Hey guys, so it's been a little while since you've heard any updates about the Ford. So I figured why not, I'll throw together a quick little video just kind of giving you some updates, something that's different than like our normal episodes. Because generally I try and produce a like a real sort of like each of the builds and stages kind of video, something you'd see from like Motor Trend. Because I just think it's better quality content. But we try not to really do like the vlog style thing, but I'm sure you guys are kind of curious because it's been a few weeks since any uploads about the Ford. Where we had left off is we were talking about the control arms that Cody Smith had fabricated for me. So kind of where we're at with all of that is actually today I'm going to be installing them finally, and we've done a bunch of clearancing on them. We did a bunch more clearancing on the front end of the Ford. Just to fit the airbags, the shockwaves. So that's pretty cool. We're coming along. It's just been kind of a slow process. I'm gonna guess most of you probably don't have young kids, but it's been a bit of a shit show this year, especially like up here in the Midwest, upper Midwest. Because like we kind of hit this sort of peak COVID craziness up here. And what that's meant is daycares are a fucking nightmare, you know, to put it gently. I could use other descriptors for how frustrating it is, but basically we've got just this juggling mess of, you know, preschools trying to close on us and all that kind of crap. So wife and I have been doing a lot of juggling of the little ones and adjusting, so that's taken away time on this thing. So I mean, and I'm sure those of you that have had kids, you kind of know how that goes, but it's especially a mess with COVID, as is everything. So anyway, I'll just kind of show you what's going on with it, show you what the control arms look like in paint, and kind of where it's at. Alright guys, so check this out. We got our control arms. And you're probably wondering why I didn't powder coat them, because you can tell this was definitely not a powder coat. So when I got them from Cody, I knew that there was going to be a few things that needed like clearancing on them. You can kind of see right here, this part's kind of, they've got curves to this now, and then there's a little bit of a curve taken out there and there. So yeah, the reason for that is to just make sure that we've got more than adequate clearancing for the shockwaves as they kind of move through their arc. So as much as I'd love to have powder coated it, I would have had to have put that off a little ways, which would have slowed up the whole process. And then if I'm gonna run sway bars, I actually need to do sway bar mounts on the control arms as well. So that's another thing that would kind of push back the powder coating portion of it. And we've got a car show that's going to be coming up, and I really want to have this thing there and, you know, bagged and all that stuff. I really don't want to throw springs back in it just to get it there. No reason to when we're this close. So anyway, that's why it's not powder coated. But what I used is that same, that chassis paint that I had used, for the frame, for the front clip. So yeah, these turned out pretty good. I'm gonna be actually trying to toss them in here in a few minutes, and actually fitting the shockwaves and then running some of the airlines. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Obviously, oh, they're going here. Imagine that. And then I gotta figure out where the lines are gonna run. Let's see. Grab a light. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of where it's all at right now. Actually editing a video on this install currently, along with you know, some E30 updates, and actually the quick jacks. I'm gonna have a video on that pretty quick here, but yeah, so that's where it's at. Got to figure out how I'm gonna run my lines, kind of out the back here, but yeah, pretty sweet. Stoked to get these in today. Okay, that's it. That's all the updates we got. So basically, I'm gonna here in a few minutes try and get something bolted up on this. Maybe make the front end actually sit on the bump stops, which would be exciting. And get ready, because the big deadline we've got for both the projects is the Motorhead Madness show that's going to be coming up here in Duluth. That's going to be cool. We've got actually a pretty big spot set aside there, and then we've got a few buddies that are going to be showing their cars kind of in our section. So it should be a lot of fun. You know, if you're local, if you're in the Minnesota area or Wisconsin, you know, surrounding, and you feel like traveling for a really cool car show, it's pretty great. It's an indoor one, middle of March, I think, middle-endish of March. And yeah, so that's where these things got to go to. So the bags have to at least be on the front, and we'll see what I can get done on the back end of it. I have to at least make it slammed because it'd look ridiculous to get the front bag and the back not. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week, hopefully next week, with one of the videos that I've been editing. Might not be this one, but it'll probably be either the quick checks or an E30 video or whatever. You don't know. But hopefully it'll be next week. Alright, see you later.